Hello, it's me Ashley and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today guys, I've got no makeup on, but it's not a Face Mask Friday. Yes, so today's video isn't a Face Mask Friday. It's not Friday, that's why. Yes, so today I'm going to be doing one that I've actually talked to some of you guys about and asked if you fancied a video of me doing this, and you said yes, so I'm going to do it. I received this guy, the Brushworks Wonder Complexion Sponge, in my glossy box. It wasn't this month, it was last month, the August one I think. And I said about how I always use the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. So we have the Wonder Complexion and the Miracle Complexion. And as you can see, they look like they're going to be quite similar shaped. So I thought, why not give it a try? I always use this one. I buy this one from Amazon like every couple of months. I get a new one. I've actually got a little bit of a build up, so but I still keep it up. It's on the subscribe and save, so I love the Amazon subscribe and save. You get 5% off, I think it is, if you're getting under 5 things a month on subscribe and save, or you get 15% off if you're getting over 5 things. I find it really useful. I get my dishwasher tablets, I get Jake's treats, I get my shampoo and stuff on there. I really like it. Anyway, I am blabbing on about stuff that's not really relevant to the video. So yes, these are the two sponges. I'm going to try them out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of my face with one sponge and half of my face with the other sponge and see how they work out. Like I say, this guy is my favourite, but I keep getting these in beauty subscriptions and I thought, you know what, maybe it's time I tried them. Maybe, you know, it's going to be worth it. So they are priced very much the same when I've looked it up. The retail price of the Real Techniques one is £5.99 and the retail price of the Brushworks one is £4.49. So this one's 50p dearer, but that's, you know, and you know, there's offers and stuff on all the time, so yada. Anyway, looking at them, shall I read and see what the descriptions say for both? So the Brushworks one that I got from the glossy box says the Wonder Complexion Sponge is perfect for achieving a flawless coverage using a liquid or powder foundation. The rounded sponge helps to blend the product across the skin, and the precision tip helps to contour and apply concealer to the desired areas. Use damp or dry for effortless blending. It's made from a super soft latex-free material. Chris is in the garden again. This one just says, covers evenly for a flawless dewy finish, rounded side for blending, flat edge for contouring, pointed tip for concealing. Now, I don't necessarily use it how they usually say. I'll open them both and show you both the sponges. Okay, so here are our sponges. As you can see, the major difference is the colour. They are literally the same shape. They have like the pointed tops, the rounded bodies, and the flat edge at the bottom. The Real Techniques one is ever so slightly smaller, but you know, when you dampen them, they do get bigger. By the way, I'm sorry about my nails. I'm trying to grow them, I'm having issues with them, so they're looking a little bit worse for wear at the minute. Okay, so yeah, what I would usually do, I'll tell you what I usually do with them. I tend to use the flat edge for actually applying my foundation. I dot it around the face and things. I would use a blended edge if I was smoothing out a liquid contour, which I don't really do so much all the time lately. And then I do use a pointed tip usually for like around my eyes, around the nose, anywhere where I need that little bit more of an angle. But yeah, particularly around this bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and dampen these sponges, and then I'm going to apply my foundation, which you will be of no surprise if you watch my videos. It is the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the shade F5. Now, my face, I've done my skincare routine already. It is the routine that I did a skincare video for this year during lockdown. I've done pretty much the same thing. We've had some serum, some moisturiser, etc. Check that video out if you haven't already. That's pretty much what I've done. And then I've also popped on, I think I kept it at hand, the Revolution, or is it Pore Perfecting Primer. I've also popped that on my face. So my face is nice and ready and waiting. So I'm just going to go and dampen these guys, and then we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so I have dampened the sponges. They've grown quite a bit. I don't know if you can tell. The Brushworks one grew quite a lot actually. I know it was bigger anyway, but it did surprise me by how much it grew. So yeah, they're dampened now. I always tend to use them dampened, not like dripping wet, but like a little bit damp. I just find it helps the makeup kind of smooth into your skin and spread around a little bit better. But you can use some dry if you prefer that. I tell you what, I'm going to pop on a headband just so my hair's not in the way. I've got a lot of it at the minute. I've not had a haircut since before lockdown, so early February. But I'm keeping it tip top with hair masks and things. So there's that. I'm probably going to move it in a little bit closer so you can see. Okay, so I've moved it in a little bit closer. I'm going to use the camera screen instead of using a mirror because I just think it's going to be easier. I am actually trying at the minute to get the Revolution Friends mirror that they've just brought out, the handheld one. I've been after a handheld one for a while, and a lot of them are reflective on the other side, and I'm thinking for filming it's not one of the best. But I really like the look of the Friends Revolution one. It looks great. It's got the whole like door frame, picture frame-esque thing on it, and the design's really nice, and I don't think it won't be as reflective, so I'm wanting that. But it keeps going out of stock. Anyway, where did I put my foundation? Okay, so my foundation, as you know, is Revolution. What a surprise. It genuinely is my favourite. You open it up and it's got the big old doe foot applicator. A lot of people weren't fans of this. They preferred the pump kind of thing if they were going to use it. It only goes on my face. My face is usually clean when I'm putting this on, so I don't really mind. And what I tend to just do, I'll show you, I suppose I tend to do a line across the forehead, but maybe I'll do a bit at either side, seeing as we're going to apply them with a different sponge. So yes, I would do usually kind of good dollop. I'd put a bit on that cheek. And then that cheek. And then like I say, I would usually do a line, but I'm going to try and just do, like I haven't put as much on. Oh, that's not. And then I usually do a bit on my nose, but let's go both sides. And then I usually put a little bit on my chin. And then maybe on my neck as well. But let's just see how that goes for starters. So I'm going to start off with the Real Technique sponge. As you know, this is the one I use very regularly. And I just tend to use this side and dab around. And as you can see, that kind of spreads the coverage about quite nicely. I've got the ring light on as well around here, so it's quite hard to look at the camera and see perfectly what's going on, but you get the idea. It kind of, I just bounce it up and down on the skin. I usually tend to get a bit like on my eye. And then I do also use concealer, so these bits will be more concealed. And then usually I might actually do like not as full of a thing, like I might scrape it a little on the side and then get a couple of lines on my neck, which I tend to just smooth in. Okay, but this isn't a foundation application tutorial. We're testing sponges, so yeah, they tend to change colour, don't they? Always fun. This feels a lot bigger. This is my first kind of thing, so I'm kind of curious. Okay, let's go in. If anything, it feels like it's got a firmer kind of. Let me just. Yes, it feels firmer. Now, I'm not saying if that's good or bad. I'm not entirely sure. I may have to check in a mirror just to see how this looks. I feel like I'm missing areas of my face, probably just because I'm only trying to do half, and it's not how I usually do it. Okay, so that's mostly on. Where's my foundation? I keep putting it down. Let's do the neck. Like I say, I tend to just do a couple of like little swoops, and then I tend to drag it in. Whereas it tend to bounce on my face. I don't really know why. I'm no expert. Okay, if you give me a moment, I am just going to go and find a mirror to see how that does, and then we'll do some concealer. Okay, so I just grabbed the closest thing to hand, which is my Roxy palette. Oh, Chris. They've gone on very similarly. I don't know if my application skills have been perfect because, like I said, I'm looking in the screen and I have my ring light on, so it's kind of hard work to see detail. And I feel like I've missed that bit of my face just because I'm going to be very honest. I haven't been keen on using this because I have this. They are just as good as one another. They really are. I feel like it's gone on just as well. It's bigger. Is bigger better? I don't know. It gives you more of a surface area to work with, I suppose. You can work with more surface. Yeah, blends nicely. Let's try concealer now. I think Jake's also barking. Chris is making a racket in the garden and Jake's barking. This is going well. Guess what my concealer is? It's the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C3. So again, we have a doe foot applicator. I usually put a good old amount under that eye and a good old amount under that eye. And then I would usually probably put like a bit around these areas, tend to be quite red. I usually need some coverage on my chin. I usually just do that. And then most of the time kind of just up here too. So pointy guy is what I usually use, and I just tap, tap, tap in until it seems blended. And again, similarly with these bits, and I usually use the back to the fat end for the chin. Again, this is going to be awkward because I'm trying to just do half. And I use obviously the bigger end again for this one. Okay, so that's kind of blended in, I think. So let's use this one. With this one being bigger, I was worried it was going to be a bit more awkward. I think it's okay. Okay, let me just check with my mirror. Okay, as we were doing that, I'll be honest, I was worried that this one felt damper on the top, which would have been maybe my issue, but it's gone on much the same. It's blended in nicely. I mean, what do you think? I don't think you can tell the difference in which side's been used by which sponge, really. I found them both really easy to use. Okay. I'm going to go away for a few minutes and I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup. So I'll see you soon. Let's do some magic. And as if by magic, the rest of my face now has some makeup on it. Yay! Apart from my lips. I didn't put any lipstick on. But both sides of my face look the exact same. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I don't know why I've been holding off on using the Brushworks one so much. I really don't. It went on just as nicely as the Real Techniques one. I think it's just that when you find something that works, it's like, why change it? So this has worked for me for, well, years. I think I've been using one of these now. Gosh, I used to use my fingers like years ago. Woo! Yeah, these guys are so much better than fingers. I don't mind a foundation brush. I have a Real Techniques foundation brush, which I use occasionally, and I quite like that as well. It's really good for blending as well, which I wasn't expecting. Like for contouring and things. Anyway, I am going on about things that have nothing to do with these. So, much the same price, much the same shape, much the same kind of technology. This one's firmer is the only thing I can think of as a difference, but only by like a smidge and not enough to make any difference anyway. Yeah, so these are my new favourite sponges. I like this one very, very, very much. And then I like this one now. I'd be happy to use either of those, I think, in my daily makeup routine. Yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know why I thought maybe it wasn't going to be as good. It was just as good. It really was. So yeah, pleasantly surprised. Do me a favour, drop me a comment and let me know what you guys like to use. What's your favourite sponge? Is it one of these? Is it another one? Do I need to try another sponge? I know the Beauty Blender is very popular, but I've always got along with this one, and you know, it doesn't break the bank. But now this guy, which is actually a little bit cheaper, but obviously I get these on Amazon Subscribe and Save, so they're probably about the same price for me anyway. But no, would totally be happy to use that again. And it's pink. Pink's pretty. Not that they stay pink for long. But yeah, no, yeah. I'm saying a lot of, yeah, no. I genuinely taken back, a little bit surprised. I do like it. So guys, that's today's video. Drop me a comment and let me know what you think of these sponges. Please let me know which sponge you like the best. Is it one of these? Is it something else? And if you've enjoyed the video, then please do me a favour and hit that like button and give me a huge thumbs up. And if you haven't already, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. I've got videos like this quite often. I do a glossy box unboxing once a month, which is where I got this guy. I do a Look Fantastic unboxing. I do various hauls and things. So yeah, please check out my channel if you haven't already. It would be great to have you here. And until my next video, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.